Yo guys, and welcome back again to my gaming channel AsoBoxx, and welcome back again to my gameplay of Vampyr yang sebenarnya nih gue emang sempat bilang kalau ini memang sebuah trial doang ya. Gue nggak serius sih pengen rekaman ini gitu karena gue takutnya terlalu agak-agak gimana ya, terlalu boring lah bagi kalian yang nonton gitu kali ya. Tapi ya sepertinya karena gue juga ya agak penasaran sih sama ceritanya ya, jadi ya daripada ya wasted gitu karena jadi ya mending ya gue rekamin aja lah ya. Siapa tahu ntar kan masih awal-awal kan masih banyak kan pengenalan gitu kan, jadi ya apa namanya ya mungkin ngomongnya masih banyak gitu lah ya. Jadi mungkin sekarang ya baru mulai banyak action dan ya mulai ya lebih bagus lah daripada apa ya yang pertama video pertama gue gitu lah ya. Ya ini by the way gue rekaman sekarang udah sekitar jam 9 ya. Itu di satu hari dengan rekaman dari sini full gue yang tadi sore sekitar jam 5-an ya. Jadi ya ini sekarang adalah video kedua gue yang gue rekam di hari yang sama gitu ya. Dan by the way gue nih sambil ada drink juga ya. Nih gue cuma bisa tampilin kalian sedotannya aja gitu ya. Kalau gue tampilin full body ntar dikira promosi gue gitu, nggak boleh gitu kan. Ya tapi dari straw-nya mungkin kalian udah tau lah gue minum apa. Sudahlah, langsung aja gue akan lanjut ya. Ini kalau nggak salah nih gue berikutnya itu gue harus ke seberang nih. Gila. Vampyr mah apa ya, loncat dari tinggi mah nggak berasa apa-apa coy. Gila, budinya udah seperti batu gitu. Nah ini mission gue itu gue harus kesini nih. Selanjutnya nih kan ini ada blood trail. Nah gue disuruh kesana tuh. Sudah langsung aja gue akan kesana ya. Dan kita mencari tahu siapakah vampir yang menyebabkan kita menjadi vampir juga gitu. Kayak seenak aja gitu ya. Kita mau ya happy aja gitu ya. Tiba-tiba disuruh jadi vampir coy. Suruh ngendap gitu kan. Kan nggak bener gitu kan ya. Egois gitu orangnya. Apa tuh? Kok jadi horror tiba-tiba. Opportunity out of combat suddenly behind an enemy. Gue bisa crouch kayak? Gue nggak bisa crouch. Oh ini hunter. Gue tau kalau gue lari ketahuan gue. Suddenly behind an enemy. Ntar deh, harusnya ada kontrol buat gue walk atau apa gitu. Coba gue dulu ya. Pencet apa gitu, gue agak lupa soalnya. Nah nih, gue udah mulai bicara walk. Langsung aja kan gue serang. Kena lu. Langsung gue bite. Kena lu. Kok gue ganti senjata? Woi. Oh. Gila, berhasil juga. Gila. Gue pikir tuh vampir, gila. Kaget gue bener-bener kan. Equip and press right button to use ranged weapon. Inflict both damage and stun damage. Oh,
ammunition crate.
Salah.
Good. I may need a lot of bullets.
Oh, ganti senjata tuh
I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Oh, kaget gue. Kata dia klik kanan itu nggak nge-aim coy, dia langsung nembak. Tapi senjata tuh C ya, gue kemarin mencet G nggak dapet, gue pikir apa gitu kan ya. Ternyata gue salah. Udahlah, gue pakai stick dulu aja. Duh, ada orang lagi di sini. Gimana nih? Ada orang. Waduh, mana nih? Wah, orangnya mana lagi? Itu pakai crossbow kan ya, bukan pakai flamethrower. Gila, kalau flamethrower sih susah ini lawannya. Gimana caranya? Tapi bisa sih, harus sih ya. Pelan-pelan aja, coy, pelan-pelan. Ada orang di sini. Orang blotnya ke sana. Musuh di sana ya, ada satu. Sana ada yang level 5. Yang gue kuat sih sebenarnya sih kalau mau lawan juga. Cuman ya gue nggak bisa lawan dari depan nih, gue harus lawan dari samping kayaknya deh. Sebentar coy. Gila, gue lari gak kedengeran dong. Hebat dari musuh. Gak ketahuan dong. Gila. Hebat bener nih musuh. Gila, gue jalan dari samping gak kelihatan dong. Gila, dia liatinnya depan doang gitu, nggak liat ke samping gitu ya. Gila, aneh juga nih game bener-bener. bisa gitu loh, bener-bener kan. Musuhnya terlalu easy ditipu gitu loh. Aduh. Beda tadi gue dapet shotgun ya, berarti sini ada shotgun coy. Gila men. Tuh fire tuh shotgunnya yang dia pegang kali tuh yang ada apinya. Mantap kali.
I cannot enter.
Ya wes lah. Kemana nih kita sekarang? Sebelah sana ya. Ada musuh sebelah sana sih. Ada 2. Mana enaknya ya? Gue bisa sneak attack kah? Apakah gue bisa sneaky?
It's locked.
Baru dari atas gue nggak bisa keluar ya. Jadi gue harus jalan dari depan dong. Enemy card. Press V to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. Hide. Some enemies are more resistant to certain type of damage. There are 4 types. Resistannya ya kalau yang ini ada melee, range, blood, sama shadow. Wah, ini orang kuat bener resistannya. Orange indicates medium resistant. Oh. Red indicates high resistant. Berarti bahasanya ini kayak dia berarti kalahnya sama power coy. Maksudnya dia ada resistant tapi mungkin cuma 25% atau berapa gitu ya. Nah berarti kalau yang high resistant tuh sekitar 75% coy. Berarti gue nggak boleh nyerang dia pakai pistol. Ini juga nggak bisa ya. Waduh. Yang ini pakai pistol juga kalahnya. Kalau gua hide, hide ini apa? Cuma informasinya doang diumpetin. Waduh, di depan muka dong. Ini gimana cara gue ke sana dah? Coba gue cek dari atas dulu deh. Siapa tau gue bisa sneak attack gitu kan. Oh, nggak bisa kayak ini. Benar harus mano a mano nih gue nih. Hah? Harus apa? Secara jantan gue harus lawan mereka tuh. Aduh, ya udahlah. Ya udahlah, gue vampir juga. Kenapa gue harus takut gitu ya? Ini 1-2 buat itu ya, buat serangan ya. Oh, gue nggak bisa sambil nge-scan kalau berantem. Oh, mereka pisah. Mereka berpisah. Coba kalau gue pakai power nomor 1. Bisa nggak? Nggak bisa. Bisa gue stun kah? Bisa. Nah lo. Aduh, sakit. Sakit, men. Pakai apa tadi tuh? Ih. Kena lu. Gila, kuat banget ini. Oh iya, gue lupa. Skill nomor 1 gue tuh buat nge-heal. Skill nomor 1 gue buat nge-heal ternyata coy. Gue lupa. Ada orang lagi. Wah gila, bener-bener kan. Mereka milihnya kuat lagi. Aduh, gue harus punya serangan magic dulu nih kalau mau lawan mereka. Gue lupa coy serangan nomor skill 1 gue tuh buat nge-heal. Gue pikir buat itu buat yang bikin darah musuhnya jadi panas gitu kan, terus itu meledak gitu. Meledak gitu kan, explode. Tapi repot juga nih lawannya, gimana nih? Gua kayaknya jangan terlalu banyak. Aduh, hampir gua. Untung gua lihat coy. Kalau enggak gua langsung tajo aja. Wah mantap nih. Yang lagi lu. Gila. Nggak yang di atas nggak ngeliat gua. Di atas nggak ngeliat gua. Mantap. Jadi gua bisa agak pelan-pelan berarti di sini. Oke, selanjutnya gua harus ke darahnya ada ke kanan, ada ke lurus tuh. Mana yang bener jadi? Oh, ada hideout. Gila. Oh. Apa nih? Looting ya? Oh, gua ngeloot. Oh, tadi ada informasi tuh kalau nggak salah katanya kalau misalkan gua nemu tikus ya. Nah, itu biasa tuh udah arah-arah mau ke hideout coy. Jadi gua kalau ketemu tikus tuh harus inget-inget coy. Itu tempat aman gitu kan. Ini refill all nih, ini ya, gue bisa isi peluru di sini ya. Mantap juga. Weapon upgrades. Gue bisa upgrade senjata gue sekarang. Gue upgrade machete dulu deh. You can upgrade to a new level with the required ingredients. Oke. Coba use machete, langsung aja dah. Ini bisa kasih itu ya Pak, kasih apa namanya? Kasih efek. Oke lah kalau begitu. Jadi akan gua gue pikir apa coy? Tiba-tiba kayak rusak-rusak gitu layar gua. Sudahlah. Langsung aja gua cabut dari sini. Dock stable.
I cannot enter.
Itu status-status gitu maksudnya apa ya? Kalau stable.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Ada orang. William Bishop. Oh, itu dia tuh yang kita mau cari tuh orangnya. Unknown. Ada si William Bishop di sini. Apa nih? Dapat Skite namanya. Two-handed weapon and use. Oh, two-handed weapon itu pakai ke kanan. Skite, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy damage if timed correctly. Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop. Cara gue ganti senjata pertama gue gimana caranya? Cet. Ntar deh. Aduh, nyari lagi gue coy. Pencet Z katanya. Tapi gue nggak bisa ganti. Belum dapat gitu mungkin. Atau harus gue equip dulu kali ya di orang gue. Mana cara equip? Oh gini. Nah ini dia. Harus gue equip dulu ternyata. Repot juga. Z. Nah. Oh, two-handed bisa harus pakai 2 tangan. Kok gue wall?
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Front William Bishop. William Bishop di sana kah? Oh, gue nggak bisa scan.
I know your heart, William.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, William Bishop. Waduh. Tiba-tiba jadi Dark Souls. Gila. Nih, mau berantem ala Dark Souls aja. Kena. Sakit. Kena lu. Kena lu. Kena lu. Hah? Gua master Dark Soul nih. Kena lu. Hah? Aduh, kena. Damn it. Use bludgeon. Aduh. Sebenarnya two-handed weapon enak juga sih. Tapi ya gitu sih. Masih pertama coy. Jadi gua belum gitu ahli coy. Mohon dimaklumkan.
Stop.
Hey, buddy, you okay? You okay, buddy?
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray
Oh
without...
no. Gila, masih hidup dong.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Oh, dia juga vampir. Si cewek juga
By
vampir
George and the
ternyata.
Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Oh, itu si Dr. Swansea.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Oh, masih sebelum lanjut ke Dr. Susi, gua harus ini ya. Gua masih bisa scavenging gitu kan. Oke lah kalau begitu, gua akan keliling-keliling sebentar ya. Apa looting-looting gitu kan. Siapa tahu bisa dapat barang bagus gitu. Tapi kayaknya nggak ada apa-apa sih. Ya udahlah. Langsung saja kan gua.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Gila, kita dokter coy. Harus berpikir seperti dokter. Gue bisa gerak. Bisa bergerak coy. Agak ada sisi sinematiknya juga nih game.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
No, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Kita dokter terkenal
Have
sepertinya.
we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Oh, ini bikin kasih ini.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan,
Langsung.
this is one for the book and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Hah, langsung tiba-tiba. Gue pikir ada choices lagi di sini. Lumayan lah kita dapat teman lah ya. Nih mulai seru kan nih ceritanya nih. Kalau awal-awal memang cuma pengenalan gitu kayak gue bilang. Jadi sekarang salah satu main base kita
Dr.
tuh.
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Sudah lebih rapih kita. Udah lebih kayak gentleman. Analyze William Bishops. Oh. District status healthy.
It's locked.
Ini berarti tempat apa? Ya tempat aman gitulah ya. Gila. Si Swansea dari yang awalnya agak suspicious sama kita tiba-tiba jadi teman kita kan. Karena tahu kita tuh dokter terkenal gitu kan. Dokter apa? Yang famous gitu. Coba kalau gua scan. Hampton, Dr. Swansea. Masih 6.000 gila. Masih sangat-sangat bagus gitu. Nih. Dia masih ada 2 hint yang bisa gua buka. Berarti si Dr. Swansea itu nggak punya apa namanya? Nggak punya apa jadi masih ada secret? Ya, mungkin buat nanti lah ya.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Kira tuh si suster dekat banget mukanya kayak mau dicium aja. Si suster masih belum kenal kita, jadi kita belum tahu itu dia apa, dia tuh berapa quality bloodnya seberapa gede gitu kan. Ada orang ada musuh di sini. Waduh. Ada thief.
Rotten ocracy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Bastard gave me a good poke.
Funny.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
Gue bisa kasih blood ke dia.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you ass.
Kok dia apa kasar sama kita gitu ya. Medical check up bisa. Kalau F quality cuma 500. I'll kill you, I'll let you bleed. Kalau I'll kill kayaknya ini kita minum darahnya deh. 400 XP sih. Tapi ya janganlah. Kayak masih agak-agak innocent orangnya gitu ya. Coba nih kalau gua ini.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Oh, di sini salah satu pilihan ya kalau misalkan apa mau jadi vampir atau kagak gitu. The quality indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher blood quality, the more XP you get. Okay. Mesmerize. To drink blood of your prey, first you need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Ini 1-1, berarti dia bisa kita mesmerize. Ini nggak ada pilihan untuk not mesmerize gitu. Di tutorial aja masih minta gue untuk jadi vampir ya.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Follow the red thread to lead your prey into the shadows. Ya kemana arahnya? Follow the red trail. Oh ini kali ya. Garis-garis merah ini ya. Embrace. Klik kiri untuk embrace Cox Clay Cox or spacebar to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but beware that there will be consequences. Learning more about the citizens and collecting their hints will increase their XP gain. Alah, gua di list dulu.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
You see Clay Cox. Apa dia tidur tiba-tiba?
Did I black out? What happened?
Oh, gue nggak bisa mesmerize.
Oh, I feel giddy.
Gila, cuman bisikin terus langsung kayak kehipnotis gitu coy, gila. Salah satu skillnya apa? Vampyr. Untuk XP gue 500 tuh bisa gue langsung pakai tuh untuk upgrade. Mari kita. Oh, gue kalau mesmerize kayak harus scan dulu deh. Ya nggak sih? Enggak juga sih.
What happened?
Mesmerize tadi mencet Q kan bener dia bilang. Mungkin buat nanti lah ya. Ada lagi.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Oh, ini suaranya sini ya, siapa? Yang buat kita jadi vampir ya. Itu kayak musuh kita tuh, musuh utama kita tuh dia tuh. Cuman ya kayak gue bilang, kita main aman aja coy. Jangan terlalu melakukan hal-hal yang tidak benar gitu kan. Kita masih manusia coy, jangan bertindak ceroboh. Gue nggak bisa lihat yang itu. Padahal katanya dia lagi tidur itu. Ya looting aja lah. Ada dokter.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Okay. Bisa medical check-up.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Gue harus talk dulu, bisa langsung bisa mesmerize atau pilih apa gitu ya. Oh, gue nggak bisa mesmerize. Level mesmerize gue nggak gitu besar. Oke lah. How's your life in London, doctor?
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Positive character traits?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Oh, dari apa? Conversation yang orang putih-putih ini pun bisa dapat hint gua.
Any
Ternyata.
opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Oke. Oh, masih perlu hint yang ini ya. How about the personal question? Gak bisa, gue kurang hint. Tadi ada satu.
What is the
This hospital.
It's not.
Ada satu ini lagi. Oh nggak ada. Gue pikir gue nanyanya masih apa? Masih bisa ditanya.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Pikir masih bisa ditanya gitu kan. Ini. Oh biasanya kayaknya itu deh. Baru ketahuan tuh. 1000 XP gila, mantap juga. Oh, ternyata kalau bisa gua scan nih, orangnya lagi sakit gitu, gue bisa tanya dia untuk apa? Perlu treatment nggak gitu ya?
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Ini si Dorothy yang tadi dipanggil sama si dokter yang tadi tuh ya. Dokter Tippett. Dia 2000. Mantap juga. Oh, dia nggak masuk dalam ini Pembroke Hospital. Pilar itu maksudnya apa ya? Kayak beda deh, beda deh disebut sama si dokter Tippett. Pilar itu maksudnya kayak apa ya? Orang pentingnya kali ya. Gua nggak tahu sih. Tapi dia pilar cuma perlu 2 loh, gila. I have a few questions.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
How is Mr. Hampton? Oh, yang tadi ya.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Who is Dr. Swansea?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
He knows me more than I know him.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Si ini agak-agak kasar ya, si
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Gitu doang. Oke lah.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Oke. Hospitalnya full katanya. Gila. Ini kalau nggak salah ceritanya juga dia lagi ada ini, lagi kena Spanish flu ceritanya nih di zaman ini nih. Gitu ya, lagi kena wabah. Makanya jadi gue tuh jadi vampir tahan wabah coy, agak imun. Cuma nih kalau gue lihat agak-agak mirip Fallout ini game ya. Apa dari segi gameplaynya, terus segi soundtrack gitu ya, sama mungkin ya cara ngobrol sama orangnya juga mirip-mirip gitu. Ada siapa di?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Coba gue liat details. Oh, ini agak-agak lebih kecil. Tapi lebih susah dapetnya, gila mesmerize-nya. Pippa Hawkins. How's your life in London?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Well, you would be surprised.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Oh, gila nih. Udah kayak situasi kita sekarang ya, lagi kena COVID-19. Wabah yang salah satu wabah terbesar juga kan ya, di zaman sekarang gitu kan ya. Waduh, ini di zaman dulu tuh Spanish flu tuh juga banyak makan korban coy. Jadi ya wah, hati-hati deh coy.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Berhati-hati saya coy ya, kalau lu misalkan keluar ya. Jangan lupa pakai masker. Ini bodoh, ini tempat luas juga ya. Ini exit apa nih?
It's locked, all right.
Oh, belum bisa. Ini bodoh, ini tempat luas juga loh, gila. Gue bisa jalan kemana-mana ini. Setahu gue nih, emang ini tempatnya, emang game ini agak-agak ini dia apa? Agak-agak apa ngomongnya? Open world gitu. Apa nih? Oh, ini buat prevent influenza nih, Spanish flu ya. Pertama cover each cough tuh, pakai handkerchief, udah kayak pakai masker coy. Terus nggak boleh pakai terus nggak boleh pakai kendaraan kalau mau kerja, suruh jalan, jangan meludah. Terus ya minum sesuai dari ya minuman lu sendiri gitu kan ya, jangan pernah minum dari botol orang. Avoid crowds seperti biasa ya. Ya kita tuh berjarak berapa meter gitu, gue lupa. Gitu ya. Udah kayak PSBB gitu kan. Cuman ini PSBB zaman dulu gitu.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh, itu. Siapa nih? Itu Sean Hampton, tapi ini bukan Sean ini. Level 6, gila, kuat. Ternyata ada Vampyr juga di sini ya. Gila, kok gue jadi cupu mainnya ya. Gila men, ada Vampyr juga di sini. Tapi bener loh, gue kalau misalkan berantem lawan orang cuma XP kecil ya. Tadi level 6 aja cuman berapa doang dikasihnya gue. Banyak. Oh gila men, gue nggak boleh taruh jauh nih dari base gue. Belum siap gue gitu, harus level up dulu. Ya tapi minimal gue bisa dapat XP lah ya. Apa jadi gue nggak perlu minum darah orang gitu. Ada siapa nih? Ceweknya pucat, tapi agak cakep sih.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Anjir, bisa ada vampire di sini. Ya, healthy sih.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Are you a patient here?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The garden near the morgue. Akan gue cek.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Si Vampire Hunter ya. Ada dapat side quest gua.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Bisa jadi dia bukan vampir sih ya, cuman kayak kurang darah.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Dapat hint lagi ya, berarti kalau bisa gue ke details, gue naik tuh kan plot quality-nya. Berarti kemungkinan dia Thelma is affected by Cotard syndrome kan, and believes she is a vampire. Berarti dia bukan benar-benar vampir sebenarnya. Cakep-cakep tapi gila coy. Sudahlah. Tapi juga nggak terlalu cakep sih kalau gue lihat. Dr. Tippett, oh ini ruangan 3 orang. Oh ini ruangan gua nih. Doctor.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Oh, kasih kantor kita coy.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Oke lah, kalau begitu mungkin gua upgrade sedikit dulu lah ya. Habis itu gua lanjut gak ya? Gua pengen mainin itu si side quest sih ya. Tapi coba gua lihat di map dulu deh, mungkin bisa kelihatan. Hideout, oke, enggak. Wrong target. Oh, ada di sekitar sini ya. Gue bisa zoom gak sih? Oh, di sekitar sini ya orangnya ya. Ya mungkin gue main sedikit dulu lah ya untuk apa side questnya coy. Main kan. Habis itu gue upgrade dulu. 20 meter.
Selma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Okay. Okay.
I cannot enter.
Gue nggak bisa masuk ya. Apa gue tes dokter ini? Siapa tuh dia tahu.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Oh, di sini dia ini shop ya. Ada shop di sini. Dia 4. Okay, let's try.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Ada shop di sini. Oh, ini buat ini kayak blueprint ya. Oke. Tapi oh dia jual parts juga nih. Dia bisa jual parts buat pistol dong. Keren juga nih dokter. Gue bisa bisa sell. Oh iya, gue di sini ada junk gini, apa gue nggak itu ya, nggak gue salvage dulu ya tadi ya.
Tomorrow,
Ntar lah.
more bodies will arrive. Never ceases to amaze me how you,
Dia cuman shop ternyata.
seem peaceful and lost at the same.
Oh iya, gue baru ingat gue bisa ini apa namanya, bisa nge-scan coy. Jadi gue bisa ngecek gitu kan. Kalau misalkan ada secret gitu, tapi kayaknya
It's locked.
gue takutnya di dalam sini nih dia punya yang perlu gue ambil nih, cuman gue belum bisa masuk ke dalam ya. By the way, jangan-jangan dia lagi dia punya ini ya. Gue takutnya si Rakesh Cadana ini sih yang jadi. Oh, dia udah buka.
I cannot enter.
Plain and cold medical bench, sir. I
Oh,
understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
oh, dia ininya. Dia bisa buka pintunya. Oh, berarti yang gue perlukan di dalam sini nih. Tuh kan kayak tuh bener tuh. Di sana kan. Cuma di dalam sana dia. Maksud gue langsung masuk aja pas dia lagi buka ya. Keluar nggak deh nih? Oh nggak keluar sih, kayaknya gue akan lanjutin di episode berikutnya aja lah ya.
My plain and cold medical bench, sir.
Karena ini apa udah terlalu lama sih gue rekaman juga. Nah, atau coba gue keluar dikit, terus dia keluar nggak ntar? Nah di situ tuh dia punya ininya apa? Eventnya tuh kayak tuh. Cuma nungguin dia keluarnya doang nih. Kira-kira dia bisa nggak ya? Aduh, dia nggak keluar lagi. Berarti kayak nggak sekarang sih dia udah. Berarti akan gua coba buka di episode berikutnya saja ya. Jadi untuk rekaman gua untuk Vampyr sampai di sini dulu aja. Jadi gua sudah mencapai di mana namanya? Di hospital ya. Udah mencapai base baru kita. Ya, kayak sih bakal jadi base yang paling aman sih ya. Karena kan juga apa? Bener-bener statusnya juga healthy gitu ya. Gua nggak tahu sih, tapi untuk mungkin akan ada event yang dimana mungkin hospital ini bakal diserang gitu ya atau gimana, gue juga nggak tahu. Jadi ya oke. Untuk rekaman Vampyr mungkin sampai di sini dulu aja ya. Berikutnya gue harus kesana sih, tapi mungkin ya ntar aja lah ya. Setahu gue dia auto save juga sih, jadi harusnya masih ke save ya untuk progress gue. Jadi oke lah. Untuk rekaman gue di Vampyr sampai di sini dulu aja. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and also subscribe. It really helps me a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. This is AsoBoxx, signing off.